You voted, and we're going to open some 90s packs. No, we're not opening with Drake, and we're not opening Flawless. So we've got some packs that you voted on to open today. Let's get right into the fire. Welcome to the most passionate content for card collectors on YouTube and possibly the whole entire internet. As usual, I am your host, Jake Roy, 90s B-Ball Cards here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, a little bit TikTok, getting back into there with some of the stuff that I've got stored up with some help from a friend. So today we're busting into what you voted on, the 97-98 SKybox Premium packs. So we've got Series 2 retail packs. Talk about all the differences between retail and hobby, and some of the incredible cards that we could pull out of there. So, you know, I'm sure you've seen Drake opening some great cards as well, but I think we're doing something even better, opening 90s cards and opening them with you. So I'm really excited to open this. There are some great things that we could be hitting. I'm very excited. Not any new additions to my PC. I've got pretty much everything I can get from my PC out of this product already, but there are always new things that I could add and enjoy for years to come. So let's see what we got, and let's learn about some of the fire. Let's get into it. All right, here we've got some of the Fire My PC that we could be seeing in these packs. Hopefully, we're seeing some of the better end stuff. And there's one that we're missing, and something here that some of you might think is a little bit out of place, and we will talk through all of that. So let's start right here. So the first one we've got is a Star Search. This is a Brevard Knight. So this is an interesting set. Doesn't really, strike the eye, but definitely sets itself apart in these packs. But the idea is that there is a curtain that you could roll up. I obviously always left these closed, but there is a picture of the player underneath. And this is an all-rookie set, so that's why they're calling it Star Search. Brevard Knight was a big rookie in 97. With, like a lot of other players, with two exceptions, a lot of them fizzled out pretty quickly. So not a lot of value in this set. Haven't even talked about the odds, but these are 1 in 6 packs. So a good chance to get one, but even if we do, there's, that's not going to get anybody too excited. The T-Mac and the Duncan obviously are the two stars that, didn't fizzle out that we're talking about. Each of those is worth about $7, so about $5 to $10. The ones that aren't popped open are definitely going to be worth more. I have seen some of these graded, but not something that I personally would send away for grading, just because, the idea of popping them open is alluring if it's raw and in the wild. But the rest of them, stuff like this Brevard Knight, other commons, are about $1 or so. So again, nothing too crazy for odds or visual intrigue. The next one that I don't have here is the Jam Pack. So that is 1 in 18 packs, definitely significantly more rare, and they're pretty visually cool cards. You get a lot of hollow foil on there, kind of cool little setting there. A lot of big men in that set. So, you get Tim Duncan in his rookie season, so that's definitely going to be the big chase card. Antonio McDyess is in there. Charles Barkley, I think there's a Sean Kemp. So you get the idea. The big ones, the big names there, Duncan and Barkley are going to be the most valuable. So Duncan, again, $5 to $10 roughly for that one. Barkley's about a $5 card. The rest of them are about $1 to $5. So again, pretty hard to hit those when you only have a few retail packs, but nothing too crazy. I did have a Duncan in my collection at one point, but traded that to my buddy Joe for his Duncan PC. So we'll see if another one comes out of these packs or not. But the next step up is pretty significant in terms of odds. So here we've got a competitive advantage of Penny Hardaway. So these are 1 in 96 packs for retail. So very hard to pull. Very cool cards. Love the die cuts. Love the theming on these. Kind of like the Roman Coliseum type of thing going on there. So like I said, 1 in 96 packs, and you've got some of the biggest stars in the game in this set. So looking at this Penny here, this one's about a $75 card, $70 to $80, and conditions definitely something to look for, with especially that little thing there at the top. If that gets chipped and dinged and stuff like that, die cuts tend to need to be in good shape to be top value. So looking at some of the other values, Kevin Garnett, you're looking at about $35, $40 there. Rodman, you're looking at about $70 to $80 for that one. We already talked about the Penny. The Iverson, you're about $70 to $80 for that as well. Shaq, you're about $90. Really cool picture on the Shaq. Love that one. Kobe, you're looking at about 300 plus. And then the Jordan, you're up over 400 for that one. So again,
Any one of those would be a great hit, would be very exciting, but you know, love to get another Penny, another PC guy, or a Jordan's always exciting there as well. The next one, this is a really fun set here. So we've got Thunder and Lightning. So again, heavy with the Penny this week. So the Thunder and Lightning is 1 in 192 packs for retail anyway. So the cool thing with these are not only do you have some hollow foil or refractor finish, whatever you want to call it, on both the front and the back, which makes the back very interesting. You know, you get that lightning bolt. The back of it really brings back some vibes of the 93, 94 scoring canes, which I think is cool. But also on the front, you got kind of the lightning bolts around the player. And one detail that I learned from Gene of Arena Designs is that is actually a glow-in-the-dark substance. So if you have one of these cards in the dark, or if you just kind of put your hand over and cover it up, you will see that those lightning bolts glow in the dark, which is just a really cool thing. I love glow-in-the-dark stuff in the 90s. A lot of people did. So definitely something that is a vintage piece of the 90s nostalgia that's transferred onto this card, and not something that you hear too much about glow-in-the-dark technology being used on cards. So you know, a lot of intrigue, a lot of really cool design stuff in this set. So the value definitely reflects that, because collectors love that stuff as well. So this Penny here, we're looking at about, from the last sales that I saw, about $180. So quite a bit more than when I picked it up for sure. Iverson, about 160 from the last sale that I saw. KG about 120. Rodman, you're looking at about 150. The Shaq about 200. And then again, Kobe, you're going to be up around 530 to 550, somewhere around there. And then the Jordan, really great picture for Jordan. 1800, I think, is the last one that I saw sold. So we'll see if Card Letter has more recent data on these than what I'm finding, and throw that up there for you to look at. But really, a lot of value, a lot of visual intrigue, a lot of excitement if we pull one of these, 1 in 192 packs. So that is going to be a very hard pull, but you know, we'll have faith that we can pull the best. All right, and then the top end insert set that we can get here is the Golden Touch. Gorgeous cards, very intricate. So here we've got the Penny. These in retail packs are 1 in 360. So about 1 in a case. Is what you're roughly looking at. So, you know, the Penny is one that I had been seeking for a long time, been passing over, finally got one, and boy, I struck at the right time, because these have gone up significantly in value. I think the last one that I saw sold was over $350. So right now, I think the average price is about $310, or right around the $300 price point. Again, we'll check Card Ladder to confirm our numbers here. Iverson, you're looking at about 280, 290, 300, right around the same range as the Penny. KG, you're looking at about 180 to 200, I think, on that one. The Rodman, I think, is about 250, 270. Shaq, you're at about 350. Kobe, I think, is 750 or so. And I haven't seen a Jordan sell recently, but the Jordan is a really cool one. He's got the flu games on in that picture. Really cool stuff. But I mean, Golden Touch here, just really cool die cut. But also, I love the story about the cardstock, which is one of the reasons, after I heard about this again from the folks over at Arena Design, I just knew I had to get one in my collection, because they used a golden cardstock with this. And there was some consternation between them and the folks at SKybox to do this, because it's a valuable or expensive cardstock that they were using. And Gene tells the story that, you know, they didn't know, the collectors didn't know that they wanted gold cardstock until they saw it. And then and they thought that they knew that the collectors would go crazy for it. So you can see, you know, the ink kind of plays in with Penny, gives his skin almost like a greening effect like you see on Topps Finest and Topps Chrome sometimes. But that's because of the gold cardstock. The gold cardstock has some really cool texture in there. You know, just a lot of really cool stuff. So you got some embossing, you got die cut, nice cardstock, just, you know, everything we love about the 90s, right? So much stuff that you can just keep pouring over. So really happy to have gotten this in my collection when I did. And maybe we'll see another one. Maybe we'll see a bigger star. Who knows? The sky is the limit. So as with all SKybox products, we've got to talk about the Autographics. So the Autographics are 1 in 72 packs. So here we've got a Dana Barros. You know, don't know which exact players are available in the retail offering here, but the most valuable ones that I'm aware of are the Charles Barkley. That's about a $1,500 card. And then you've also got a Grant Hill, which is like a $250 to $300 card. So those are really the top end. I think Scottie Pippen is one of the more valuable ones as well. There's also century marks that are numbered to 100 each. Those, are definitely very collectible. And then, you got commons that range from, $5 to $20. So, this Dana Barros is probably closer to the $5 to $10 mark. But definitely really cool stuff. I always love pulling autographics regardless of the player, but definitely some really cool high-end stuff you could be seeing. And then the one that I alluded to at the beginning that you might not think belongs here is the Star Rubies. So the reason that the 97-98 SKybox Premium set is so highly sought after in the unopened product is because of the Star Rubies. But you cannot get these in the retail packs. And that's why I wanted to pull this out, the Todd Day that I have here, because I want to talk about that. If you are buying or finding retail offerings of these packs, they're a lot of fun for a lot of these great inserts, but you cannot get any Star Rubies. And these are definitely what drive the value of the set. So do not be fooled if somebody tries to tell you that you can pull them, and that's the reason why they're selling the box or the packs or the case for as much as they are, because in fact you cannot. So great stuff you can hit. Rubies are not one of them. So let's get into them and hope we pull some of that high-end fire for those incredible 90s inserts. All right, here we go. We've got 5 packs. We've got 8 cards per pack. Interesting that the price here when they came out was $2.39, very specific from that retailer. They are not that anymore for sure, but let's see what we get. Hopefully no bricking. These do have a high gloss, but they do have some embossing, so sticking can be a thing. So even if we get some of those really high-end inserts, we definitely also want them to not be stuck and not have damage when they come out of the pack. So that's what we're hoping for, and some great players as well. If I didn't mention it already, Series 2 is what we're ripping open here. So let's get into it. All right, always want to be careful on those corners. Feel a little sticking maybe. Some of it feels a little loose. We'll see. Clearance Weatherspoon. You see one of them's coming apart easily, but then there's one behind it, 2 behind it. Seems stuck. Yep, so we see a little bit there with the Isaac Austin, a little sticking, not great. Chris Morris. Chauncey Billups wasn't stuck, but still had a little bit of paper loss. That's a nice rookie. Love that on the horizontal axis there for the Billups. Another rookie here, Anthony Johnson. Rookie John Thomas. We've got a Carl Herrera. A rookie of Derek Anderson. I did love Derek Anderson. Watching him in the 90s was a lot of fun. And this one feels more stuck than the last one, so that's all right. Buck Williams. We got a Vlade Divac. We got a Dennis Scott with the Mavs. Yeah, these ones definitely have some more damage. There's my guy Michael Finley. Always fun to pull PC. Even with that edge damage up there. Rookie of God, Sham God, he's gotten popular. Some great dribbling moves you can see on Instagram on his account. Helping a lot of the NBA players now. Shandon Anderson. Brevin Knight, talked about him before. And George McLeod with a whole bunch of damage up there on the top. Fun, fun. Sometimes I peek at the top to see if I see any die cuts. Nothing here. So Brian Grant. I get a James Robinson. There's the Todd Day to go with my Ruby. I'll put that aside. I'll keep those two together. That one's not in terrible shape either. Eddie Johnson. We've got an Alvin Williams. We've got an Adam Keefe. We go with a Mo Taylor. I did love him with the Clippers. And Terry DeHeer. More bricking, it feels like. All right, Corey Alexander. Oh, yeah. Oh, Corey. I'm sorry, buddy. Alan Henderson. Another Chris Morris. Judd Butchler. Tariq Abdul-Wahad. Rookie on that one. Ed Gray, rookie. Go with a George Lynch. And a Chuck Person, or Puck Churson, as I like to call him. All right, Eric Williams. We got a Kevin Gamble, Eldridge something or other. Nice. Team SKybox of Jerry Stackhouse. Those are cool Rubies. Again, if you get a hobby box and you can pull one of those. I love the Team SKybox Rubies. Put that aside for Joe. He might enjoy that. Calvin Cato, rookie. Bobby Jackson, rookie. He was fun to watch too. Some nice playoff runs later in his career. Kevin Johnson and Chris Gatling.
All right, so no big hits, no beating the odds this time. Fun product, definitely better to open back in the 90s when there wasn't as much sticking. These ones, definitely you don't know how they were stored. So you never know what you're going to get, right? But question of the day for you. You might have seen when I was sharing some of those PC cards, I've got all those cards in card savers. That is kind of what I've transferred a lot of my PC into for storage now. A couple of reasons for that. One, mainly, it saves on space, and it's not as heavy in those boxes. But that's one of the changes that I've made, and I've heard some questions being asked about how I store my collection, so that's one little piece of it. We will do a video on more of that later when I'm ready. So but the question of the day for you is, how do you like to store your collection? What type of holders do you like them in? Some people really like to have them in graded slabs. That's great. Some people, top loaders and penny sleeves, one touches. There's a whole lot of different things. I've even seen some people that still prefer screw downs. I definitely don't, but I want to hear about how you like to store your cards, what kind of holders you like them in, and if you like them in graded slabs, do you have a preference of which type of slab? Or if there's some other reasoning and rationale that go into it, I want to hear about that down in the comments. So, no big fire today, but we live to fight another day. I'm sure we'll hit some fire soon this season, hopefully anyway. But we've got a lot of stuff coming up, so if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss any videos in the future. New videos dropping once a week. We do pack openings, looks into my PC, some collector interviews, and so much more. Thanks. We'll talk later.